Originally, I was going to begin this video by giving a long drawn-out speech about how Hollywood has turned hitmen into a glamorous fantasy devoid of struggle and realism, much like what they've done to outlaws in the Old West. But you see, I'm not talking about Hollywood in this video. I'm talking about someone in particular who created a film, a show, a character that is very possibly one of the greatest fictional characters of all time. I'm talking about First of all, FX is incredible. Seriously, they have such a stellar track record of hit shows, and Mr. Inbetween is no different. Though for me, this may be the pinnacle. Anyway, Mr. Inbetween is an Australian crime drama that started back in 2018. It ran for 3 seasons and it tells the story of Ray Shoesmith, a criminal for hire who goes through life balancing his relationship with his preteen daughter, his brother, and the everyday mundane tasks of life, while simultaneously working illegal jobs such as debt collecting, retrieving property such as guns and drugs, and sometimes offing a poor bloke. He does all of this and proceeds to return home and hang out with his daughter as if nothing ever happened. Oddly enough, I feel like describing this show and kind of summarizing it like I just did really doesn't do it justice. I mean, these are short, punchy, 30-minute episodes. They really fly by, and damn, they really pack these episodes filled with meaty storytelling. So what makes Mr. Inbetween so special? Well, that's an easy question. By far, the thing that makes this series stand out is its leading man, Ray, played by Scott Ryan. And Scott Ryan also happens to be the creator and writer of Mr. Inbetween, as well as its unofficial sequel, prequel, spin-off, The Magician, which came out back in 2005 and was written, directed, and starring Scott Ryan. So yeah, reading articles online, Scott Ryan was very integral to the creation and success of this story, and you needn't look any further than his performance in the show. Ray is such an average-looking guy. I mean, he isn't wearing fancy suits. He just blends in. He looks normal. Like, maybe he's just a nice, normal guy. Yeah, no. Ray is cold. I mean, really cold, and this show explores that a lot. Really, this show is kind of a character study focused on the character of Ray, and it's fantastic. It's weird because I found myself hesitant to even watch this show at first. Every time I'd boot up an episode, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, this isn't a show with constant traditional cliffhangers. Sometimes episodes just want to showcase a facet of Ray's life. The best comparison I could make is HBO's Barry, a show not unlike Mr. Inbetween. Both star socially detached hitmen who struggle to balance work life with personal relationships, though Barry focuses more on his internal struggle compared to the internal struggle of Ray, and Ray's internal struggle doesn't really exist. Ray just is. He just exists. Ray doesn't care who he is or think much of what he's doing. He doesn't really care to ever change. And it's this as a matter of factness to his personality that makes the world of Mr. Inbetween so distinct. Ray is probably the most realistic portrayal of a cold-blooded killer I've ever seen. The way he guns people down with no hesitation, it's so real, so authentic. That's another thing. The gunfights in this feel very real. Not like fancy long gunfights or brawls, this isn't John Wick, but instead it's more grounded approach to the criminal world. Almost like Breaking Bad, but even Breaking Bad could be very stylized in the shootouts. No, this is different, and you'll feel it when you see it. Like, I really feel they took the motto, less is more, to heart for the show. And you really feel that in the dialogue, in the episode length, in the dramas, and in the fights. It's all very minimalist, and I say that in the best way possible. Like, this show will have you constantly wanting more, constantly satisfied with each episode, but also constantly wanting more, to know more, to see more, to spend more time with Ray Shoesmith. It certainly helps that this show is very cleanly shot. It's set in Australia, and it feels like they use it well as a backdrop, especially some of the changes made across the 3 seasons, location-wise. I mean, there's this one shot, and I wouldn't dare spoil the context, but Ray and this old guy are standing outside this train tunnel, and the surrounding greenery here was really stunning. It seems they're in a jungle, and man, the ambiance here is perfect. Credit to not just showing stereotypical Australian outbacks the whole time. We only really see the Australian outback in the later part of the show. And obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just cool to see them show off some gorgeous locations on Australia, environments that usually don't come to mind when I think of Australia, but seeing it in the show really does well, showing this big country with plenty of beautiful lands that a lot of people, like me myself, have never seen or heard of. Okay, so the cinematography is good, the main lead is absolutely incredible. Hell, there's even some pretty good music that usually only plays at the end of each episode. Lots of music I've never heard before, but yeah, it's really cool. Also, I haven't even talked about the other cast members. It's probably no surprise that every one of them does a wonderful job. A few standouts would have to be Nicholas Chasm, who played Ray's brother Bruce. He added a lot of emotion to some scenes and definitely helped make some very memorable, bigger dramatic moments. Brooke Satchwell as Ali was also very good. Justin Rosniak as Gary, one of Ray's occasional helpers / assistants for jobs, was hilarious. He definitely brought the funniest moments to the show. Damon Harriman, who was the only actor I knew going into the show before I watched it. I knew him as Dewey Crow from Justified, as well as many other small appearances in other excellent projects. In Mr. Inbetween, Damon played Freddy, which wasn't unlike some of his other roles I've seen him in. Still very good, and just like all of the other performances, it was really fun to see him play off of Scott Ryan's character of Ray. Finally, I'd like to give credit to Chika Yasumura, who played Ray's daughter Brittany. For a kid actor, she did amazing work on the show. As is more known nowadays, kid actors usually have it very, very rough and can have people be very critical of their roles and often go way too far. I actually don't have anything to criticize about Chika's performance at all. The direction of the show was so smartly handled where her scenes felt real and natural. It helps that the best scenes in the whole show are when Scott Ryan and Chika play father and daughter and give us some fascinating, rich interactions. Ray is not your normal dad, so when he interacts with Brittany, it tends to be a showcase of his better qualities, and it definitely is a big reason you're able to connect with these characters. If Brittany didn't feel like a real kid who responded naturally, or if Brittany was really annoying and not funny at all, then the character wouldn't work. But thanks to some good directing and some talented acting from Chika Yasumura, the performance lands well. So if by this point you're still not convinced to check out Mr. Inbetween, then maybe this cool-looking seasonal art they made will. Or maybe this endorsement from Hugh Jackman will convince you.
I recommend Mr. Inbetween. It's an FX series. It's made by Scott Ryan and
yeah, anyway, go watch Mr. Inbetween. It starts a little slow, but the episodes are shorter than usual, making it the perfect show to binge. Just please go check it out and give it a chance. If you like crime dramas with a little bit of dark humor, you will love this. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of the video. I really appreciate your time, and I really want to make better videos discussing content as I move forward with this channel. So if you have any suggestions as far as how I make videos, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I will read them and do my best to respond. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up icon below and maybe consider subscribing. And yet again, thank you for watching. See ya on the next one.